hair come from?
Yeah, exactly.
When did that happen?
Yeah. Somebody was yelling that last night. He was like asking me like specific questions. Like, I'm on a stage trying to sing songs in front of thousands of people, literally, and he's barking questions. I'm like, oh man.
Like what kind of questions?
I don't know, nothing.
Like math
something
questions?
about hair. You and your hair. And then it's like, yep. You know, I'm not trained
Rogaine,
to deal with
folks.
that. I'm not dealing. Yeah, we should get
Just make
Rogaine
up-
to sponsor. You know,
Make up some product.
did a hell of a job.
You could get Rogaine and that masturbation tool to like do a co-sponsorship thing. That'd be
If I
awesome.
went-
Rub
if I
your
went-
temples with finger 11 while rubbing
If
Rogaine.
I went to Rogaine, I'd be like, look, I got my hair back. They'd be like, yeah, okay, run along,
Here's
little
the
boy.
thing.
Yeah, you know it's supposed to. Ah, never mind. You go get him, Tiger.
Obviously, you guys are huge music fans. What do you love about being musicians?
Well, I guess playing the music would be ultimately. I don't mean that facetiously, even though I can tell by my smirk that it looks like it. But yeah,
The sarcastic tone.
Obviously,
you
playing
kinda-
the music, sir.
but the job is basically kind of like keeping the band together and waiting around and making sure everything happens. And the privilege of doing all that is playing guitar or doing what it is you do. And so that's easily the best part. Even though I would never say we have a hard life. You're tolerating a lot of things that you wouldn't put up with if there wasn't this prize at the end, which is playing your instrument.
We got to be careful to keep the bitch session to a minimum. But
Well, that's
there's
what
a
I'm
list.
saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
being bitchy. More so as just how much the playing of the show at the end of the day is. You'd really put up with pretty much anything all day to do it.
no, but
that good?
I mean,
Yeah,
to-
save.
Not even to your point. Not even to your point. Those are all valid things, but you know, I got a list, man. I mean, you don't get any real sleep on the road. You miss your family. You're away. We've been away all year, man. You know, so those are strange things to become accustomed to. And once you get some time at home longer than a week, all you can think about is doing the same thing you just did that you were sick of for an entire year. So it's a little strange, but it's a life you become quite attached to.
And it is a different kind of life, and I think it's a hard life for people who are outside of it to wrap their heads around.
Well, because when I wasn't doing this as like some sort of bullshit career, I thought that's the easiest gig on the planet. And I guess in a lot of ways it is. You know, because the first thing I did was go home and bitch and moan to my friends like, oh my God, you guys, we had a long sound check, we had to travel everywhere, and we were kind of tired. And you know, my
I
one
haven't
buddy,
seen a stripper dance to Paralyze.
yeah, I still haven't done that. I mean,
sucks.
imagine how I feel.
I got a list I haven't checked out.
And you know, these guys are working like really hard, 9 to 5 customer service jobs, and they're like, you know what, Scott, you, you, man.
It's true.
You know, in a nicer way than that. And so it's nice to get a reality check sometimes.
Just photos of like Floyd the Wall live stuff. You're just like, man, one day I want to do something like that, like a big ass show. So we're here. Hopefully,
sentence sounds
hopefully
pretty
it's as good as that.
Oh mercy. Yeah, hopefully become immortal and rock and roll
We'll
gods
see.
tonight.